Stingray, my man, I appreciate you so much. You're always there, and I thank you. I appreciate you being a part of this. It's fun. Thank you for subscribing and your comments as well. I thought I would pop in since today we've been trying. We're running about a week late on the 2K. I was hoping to get them at least by the end of the year, but hey, what's a few days late, right? That's what's important. Welcome to you all, and I just wanted to pop on here and say hi to you and thank you. More importantly, Reba, for all the love in the form of subscriptions. Thank you very much. It is awesome. And like I said on today's show, now we're at 2K and 1 million is just around the corner, right? It's my secret wish to be Mr. Beast. Do you follow Mr. Beast? I tell you, the stuff that that guy does for people is just truly awesome. It must be fabulous to have that access to that amount of money so that you can do that. I tell you, one of my greatest memories as a kid was there was a show on television called The Millionaire, and his name was Michael B. Anthony. And he had a butler. You rarely ever saw Michael B. Butler. You always saw him, a back shot of him sitting at his desk in his big elaborate office, den, room, whatever. And and the butler would go out and find somebody who was worthy of $1 million. And way back then, $1 million was like $1 million, right? I mean, it was like unattainable. And the butler would explain what the situation is and why they have been selected, why he thinks they're a good choice. And Michael B. Anthony would write out the check every episode at the end of the. So that's what I want to do. That's why I want 1 million subscribers. Mr. Beast does this in a very unique and fun way. If you don't follow him, I'm sure you probably do, or you certainly know who he is. You should follow him. I mean, pretty amazing guy. And there's another guy on Instagram that does something similar. His name is Jimmy Darts. Does the same thing. He just helps make people's lives more fun and people who've been down on their luck a little bit. And, he just literally helps them out with all kind of cash. Thank you all for being here. Let me see who's here. Check in and say hi. I would appreciate it. The theme of this show is 2,000 subs. Thank you so very much. Who's buying drinks? Wouldn't it be fun? And it probably could happen at some point that we could just all have a virtual drink together, right? That'd be cool. I'd like that. That'd be awesome. So we were talking earlier today about Heupel and the disparity between what he's making and all he's accomplished in a very short period of time and what these other people are making in the SEC. It's ridiculous. It is just so ridiculous. I'm going to read some of the comments here from today's show real quick. People have been very responsive to it, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Let me just grab some of these comments. They're really good. Hang on a sec. Where am I? There I am. Boom. And 2015 subscribers. Wow, that's amazing. Here we go with some of the comments. Derek Bingham, how about them Vols basketball today? Hell of a can of whoop ass opened. Yeah, thank you, Derek. Not at the basketball yet, but I will be. don't give up on me. I've just been tidying up with the football stuff. And I'm on the road and I'm not in my own place at the moment, visiting still from the holidays. And so I will eventually get to the basketball and the baseball as well. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate that. Robert Duncan, I think Josh should be the highest paid college football coach. Thanks, Rocket. You're absolutely the man. I think Josh Heupel is the man, but I appreciate the vote. Thank you, Robert. I agree. I agree. College football is one thing that should be determined by performance and performance alone. And he is just kicking some serious boutoir, as it were. Jalad, 9.5 sounds right. Talking about 9.5 mil for Coach Heupel. Max Malone, Halsley isn't getting paid as much because he's not going to call plays year one. You know what? That's a very interesting and a very insightful comment, Max Malone. I appreciate that. Probably a lot of truth in that. Good job. Randall Jones, show Hype the money. You bet you, buddy. Show Hype the money. Reaper, yes, sir. 2K subscribers. Thank you, Reaper. Michael Woof. Michael Woof. Michael Wolf. 10 million plus incentives. I'm sure he'd go along with that. Pay him what he's worth. Pay him what he's worth. He's packing that stadium. And that stadium, what was it? I think I read somewhere that stadium makes it's in the millions of dollars at every home game. It's crazy. So they should give him the gate and the concessions of one home game per season. I'd take that deal. Wouldn't you take that deal? I mean, I think it's in the millions. I can't remember whether it's 50 million or 10 million, but it's one of those. Agent Orange. Drinkwitz is getting paid more than Hype at Mizzou, and Hype has carved him up like a Christmas turkey every time they played. You're 100% correct. Agent Orange finishes it with not acceptable. Excellent comment. Phil Carpenter has a bulldog and a horned frog joke. Punchline. Bulldog says, "Hey, Frog, why don't we just skip the game since Tennessee ain't in it?" I love that. There's more. Then go back behind the bar, hook up, and make a bullfrog. Nice. All right. Reminding y'all to go on over to that particular one where you see the bulldog and the horny toad mascot and vote on your favorite. Phil Carpenter subbed. Thank you, Phil Carpenter. I appreciate it. D. Hurt, the fact that Napier makes more than Heupel is a disgrace to the university. You know what? I'm just going to expand that thought. It's a disgrace to both universities, my brother. And you're 100% correct. Time to break out the checkbook. So says David Collins. And Stingray, yes, pay Coach Hype for making you look good. I don't know what he's doing for me. And making the Volunteers look great. This is better than a letter to him. More people will see it. Yeah, he's responding to my post when I sent Dear Donde Plowman is the chancellor. Time Traveler, when I hit Mega Millions jackpot, that's over 1 billion again. I got to go. Thank you for reminding me of that, TT. I need to go buy me one of those. I will pay Heupel myself. Nice. Dennis Atnip need to do an $8 million today. It's not like the Vols don't have the money. Show Big H the money. Michael Ward says, I think we should pay Josh $7.5 million for the next year. Then if he gets through half the season, if we have one loss or undefeated halfway through the year, pay him up to 9.5. Jim Smithson says it doesn't work like that. Johnny Cole says, Johnny Cole says, I like the forfeit idea. The idea where if you're playing a team and their coach is making more money, they have to, and you lose to the lower paid coach, you have to pay it out of your pocket. That'll fix some things. I really like that idea. Michael Kobeck, I would say the 9.5 million sounds about right. That's my figure. That's what I'm thinking. But I did like the 10 million plus incentives. All right. Stingray, they need to fork out the Benjamins now to the best coach. Coach Heupel's salary should be at least 9 million, and I hope it happens soon. And then the Sharp Motor Company Incorporated chimes in and says maybe we should stay out of it. That ain't going to happen. If I stayed out of things, I wouldn't have a job, right? Here we go. Who's showed up? Eric B. Jones. What's up, Rocket? Go Big Orange. Thank you for showing up, sir. Appreciate you. Right to vape. How about them basket Vols? Yes, sir. And I meant to say, or I did say a minute ago, haven't got to the basketball yet, but I will. Just kind of tidying up the football thing and kind of seeing and planning what the future is for me on this particular Tennessee channel, because I have other channels that I'm working as well. But I will get to the basketball, and I'll for sure get to the baseball, along with keeping you updated on what's going on with the football. Deborah Webb. Hey, Nash, we agree. They need to get the checkbook out and pay up. Johnny says, I'm sorry, I'm late. No worries. I believe 10 million is a nice round figure. So says Deb. I agree with you, Deb. Teddy Strunk. You go, Nash. Pay the man. Have you heard the talk that Harbaugh is leaving Michigan and they think they could get our coach? I have heard that talk. I've got to watch my cursey words. A real tiny little short Richard man started that. See the code, right? This show has to be done in code because I cuss like a pirate. That's just the way it is. And so this tiny little short Richard man broke out this story that Harbaugh is going to go to the NFL, and obviously we'll go get Josh Heupel because he's the best coach in football, and this is the best job. Really? Don't be an idiot. Josh Heupel is not going anywhere as long as they pay him. If they get him, they have to get him up there past Brian, what's his bucket at LSU. They have to get him up there past the clown show down at Texas A&M. And that number's 9.5. They have to get him to that. And if they don't get him to that, why not? Go. I don't blame him. But he's not going to go. They'll get him to that. Danny White's not going to let this thing happen. Okay? He's not going to let this thing fall apart. Neither is Donde Plowman. They're not going to let it fall apart. Deborah Webb, my darling, I thank you so much. You're one of those ladies, as Sean Connery would say, that makes a man's ears flap. Right, ladies? I don't know, Deb. See what you do to me. I get a woman in the room and I just go to mush. Thank you. I appreciate you. Right to Vape says 8 years, $111 million sounds about right. I hope Coach Heupel is listening to this broadcast. I'm his biggest fan. I want him to get this money. And I don't even care if I get a little taste of it. I just want my Tennessee Vols to be forever and a day back where they belong. Josh Heupel and Coach Halsley are the dudes to make it happen. So, Danny White, Donde Plowman, get this guy some money. Get it to him now. And let's just put all of that to bed. I know, and your argument is going to be, well, Rocket, man, we gave him $1 million after the Florida game. Not enough. Not enough. He's 11-2. You haven't seen that in 20 years. Come on, man. Step up. Holy crackers. All right, what do we got here? Deborah Webb, you're welcome, sweetie pie. Ooh, she called me sweetie pie. Oh, nothing better than the Southern lady. You got that right. You got that. I just realized I have a Tennessee pen. Look at me. I'm all decked out in Tennessee. Thank you, Deb. David Collins, did you see the beatdown the Vols put on the game? I have a friend, which I know is weird, but I do have one. And it's the Churchich is my golfing bud, my ex-golfing partner. We won a tournament together once. Sue Churchich. And her hubby, Jeff. They posted on Facebook a minute ago. They posted a picture back, I think, before the Tennessee game. And they had a picture of them and their friends, and they were drinking, and it's going to be a Gamecocks. And I put on their Facebook thing, I said, "Go Cox." You know how they do. And I went, "Hell no, not really. I don't mean that at all. I just like to say bad words legally." So, go Cox. It's amazing. Sometimes I think I'm still in the freaking ninth grade. I ain't even lying. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Boom, boom. Hi, Danny Pritchard. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for coming in. I missed Eric. University of Tennessee Athletics Department needs to pay Coach Heupel at least $9 million. It's got to be 9.5 because Brian Kelly at LSU is making 9.5, and they torched him at home. He should just volunteer some of that money to the Salvation Army. I mean, seriously. And then who else? This really Napier at Florida. They're paying him $7.2 million. And that guy, again, is a dumpster fire. And that team is a dumpster fire. There's no telling when that program is going to be back. It ain't going to be Napier that brings it back. And they're giving him $7.2 million a year, for crying out loud. And then the clown show of them all is Texas A&M. Unbelievable. They paid that guy $100 million, $9.5 million a year for 10 years. Really? Jimbo Fisher. And they're a dumpster fire as well. So come on, let's go. Step up. Give him the money. Make him the... I'm reading Right to Vape here. Pay him $13.8 million a year for 8 or 9 years, and then nobody will look at taking him away. You're right. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. And I think I'm being called to dinner, so I gotta wrap this up. But I wanted to thank all of y'all for showing up for me and get me my 2,000 subscribers. I appreciate you so much. And it's just I'm on fire for this channel, and I'm on fire for my other YouTube channels as well. But this one is near and dear to my heart, and I appreciate y'all showing me the way and showing me some love and giving me the encouragement that will allow me to continue to do this. So I thank you all very much. David Collins, thank you. Right to Vibe, thank you. Eric B. Jones, thank you. Deborah Webb, mwah. Johnny Cole, Sunbelt Billy. That's funny. Sunbelt Billy. Okay, we'll call him. How about Sunbelt Hillbilly? That's what we're going to call him. All right. That's funny. A guy from Tennessee calling somebody else a hillbilly. But he's way more of a hillbilly than I am. Anyway, thank you guys. Sting, Ray, thank you so much. Danny Pritchard, Reaper. You guys are the bomb. Thank you much, and I'll see you on tomorrow's show. Oh, by the way, hey, look, Josh Dobbs is starting for the Titans tonight in a must-win game. So they're trying to win this one. The one he started last week was just to rest the other players, but he for this game. If the Titans can win, they're in the playoffs. So go Big Orange again. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all very much. Talk soon.